We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Menu narration set to 100.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Lawrence will throw. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Lawrence to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The Chargers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Love now. Flush to his right. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Firing quickly out wide is Love. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Christian Kirk, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. From the 31, Lawrence. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Josh Hines-Allen there on the stop. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Now Lawrence to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And again, back to Kmet. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Love from the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Love fires that quickly outside. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Judkins will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. With a juke. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Love. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw now, here's Love. That is caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards that time. On 1st down, here's Judkins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. Once again, Judkins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence changing the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Kamara up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he stopped immediately there. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher, third down and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on fourth down. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Here's Lawrence. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. More from L.A. in a moment. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Lawrence being chased out left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 4, and now it's second and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. George Kittle from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
In motion right comes Allen. Love looking to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Love rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. It's Lawrence. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Here's 3rd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A give up the middle, Judkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First down, right back to Judkins. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Judkins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, L.A. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now it's Judkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got it to Williams. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Lawrence to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Judkins. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, 31 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there. And
I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Connects with Kittle underneath. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Still going inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An inside run with Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Love. That's caught right side. It's Warren. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Connor up the middle. and able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Love on the move to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback.